Hello there. Welcome back to the channel here where we do terrible GBG content, and we've got more terrible GBG content for you here in the form of the map that is Michi. As you can see, all these trees in the center, and they pretty much stop anyone from going through, but you know, GBG, we've got air units, so you can't technically just fly over them. It's a nice aesthetic though. You got that forest separating, you got this empty clearing here. It's like the start of Gladiator, you know, the Romans could be out here sitting waiting, and then the barbarians come through the Michi forest and start to fight them. We got a 4v4 game here on Michi, so we've got Hunter here as one of the wings in the red playing the Black Sun. And we've got his pocket, who is Raphael Kipchoge here in the Teal Republic. The other player on this team, Big Granuli here in the Grey Gungans, and lastly we've got Russian Blunt here in the Orange Trade Federation. And on the other side of the forest we've got Attack here in the Blue Rebel Alliance, RVA in the Green Galactic Empire, Kick here at the Yellow Zan Consortium, and lastly Jort closing things off here in the Purple Resistance. So yes, many tree and forest in the middle, and a lot of holocrons in this one, and to be honest, I kind of think there's too many holocrons. Because I feel like the big strength of this map is maybe making the decision to be greedy, right? Trying to get like your team's trade set up early, and that kind of just gives you infinite Nova anyway. And I feel like all these there's even holocrons out here. I feel like this is just like a complete like cop out, and it kind of takes away from that. And yeah, I feel like there should be a balance of people deciding to be greedy with the trade, getting it set up early, and then there should be opportunities for other players, teams, to decide to go for like really early aggression, something that gets through the forest quickly, or they'll land quickly using the air transports in T3 or something like that. And the holos are just a bit of a silly sort of safety net, you know, it's like it's free Nova and you don't even have to like invest the carbon and stuff. I don't know, I don't like them. I think there should maybe just be 5, and they should probably just be in the center so that people, you know, fight over them in T3 if they want to play that way. Like they have to get transport, get some fighters out, and move over there. Another thing, see if there's any feedback on this sort of bigger text from the configurator. It seems kind of nice just to make things a little bit more visible, and maybe that helps when you're watching on, you know, like a smaller screen or something. But yeah, well, look at the T1 food. There's some berries, there's some blurgs to lure, some AOPs to lure your scout if you are interested in that, or slam a food processor down if you're lazy. You can probably play a lot more lax here since you can't get any T1, T2 aggression your way. It's all going to be T3 onwards. So you can have very long T1s if you want, set up your economy for earlier upgrades, I don't know. I guess there's always the fear though that your opponents can go for that like quick double air base and just fly fighters over quickly, so maybe you want to get to T3 as fast as possible to deal with that, or to do that to your opponent. Kind of depends what you want to do. There would be the opportunity of maybe like the pocket and the wing doing that at the same time to maybe one player and just trying to overload them with fighters there at the start. Could be a way to play things very aggressive. And you would have the advantage if you've got all your fighters here, you can maybe get on top of them, stop their fighter production, and then the pocket, when they try to save them, they're going to be coming in, you know, 1, 2 fighters at a time versus, you know, like 3 or 4 built up already. So, be some opportunities for that. Some other good things that probably work on this map would be, since there's all these holocrons, you could probably go for some like night drops, which would probably be quite good, because everyone's going to sort of try and play around going maybe fighters in air to sort of control the forest, prevent landings, and obviously defend the enemy fighters. So knights are always good into that because they basically take no damage from the fighters. And yeah, there could be like maybe pummel drops organized with the players. People just have to have more games on these to get all these kind of ideas fresh in the back of their mind, and maybe the dread of not wanting to play like a 2-hour long game, as this kind of map would kind of push towards because of how greedy you can be. But still, you could just boom and stuff, get your trade set up, and just gear towards that hyper late game, providing you don't die to any of those aforementioned shenanigans. And players are getting into T2 now. Getting onto the bed. A lot of berries to eat. They've got some nerfs as well. Up to what, like 10 nerfs. So it's 20, 12. We've got ahead of ourselves there. 12 nerfs. Pretty good though. Passive food income. And yeah, probably not going to be anything interesting until T3. Probably won't see any wild deviations from people. I'm really not interested in his berries yet. Got food processor over here for his Eopies. Kind of surprised to see this when you could probably just spend all your time scout luring them, because what else are you going to do with your scout after you've like scouted around your base, really? So I probably could have saved that carbon. Huh? What is Russian Blunt up to? Why has he got a troop center? The local man did not know what the map was, I suppose. That's rough, that's rough. So Hunter off to T3, just started. Playing a bit greedier. Anyone's going that quick, are they? RV seems to be. They seem to be pretty even in tank time, but they're on other sides of the map, so might not see them clash heads just yet. Should be Jor who should be worried here. Oh, he's on par with them as well. He's going to be okay then. So wait for them to hit T3 and see what they're going to do. I will crack open a monster. This is the worst carbon. Truly. Got the berries here at one side, the ore at the other side. This guy just stuck. To wait for that tree to expire. So double air bases, not really surprising, right? Although, boy, it's having a bit of a problem here. Let's get power core a little bit behind George here. He's already got his double air base down. He's certainly got a much healthier carbon because he's right on that Michi center carbon. There's just small clusters out here. So I need to be careful. He does have advanced vision though. Start putting sentry posts. That's probably what you want to do on a map like this, is just as a team. Build these sentry posts so you can see what's coming your way. RB not being very aggressive, just keeping his fighters. He was definitely ahead to T3. As you can see, it's just the air base is going up for Raphael here. RB not really too interested in doing anything just now, kind of just flying around. Probably could have found a little bit of damage if he just went for it. I guess there's a bit of anxiety around that. The teammates helping out maybe. And Jort as well. Like, everyone's kind of just seems to be very tentative about doing any fighting with their air. Kind of just getting up big groups of it. Who's all playing for these? We've already got 2 holocrons here from like the team side here for Raphael, who's Republic, so he's going to get that bonus Nova. And Jordan taking a bit of a trade there. It looks like he got on top of the workers there in the Nova. Got quite a bit of damage, and that's going to hurt Hunter going forward here and his ability to defend himself because it's his Nova income, which he needs to build those fighters. I'm not seeing anything else in that. Like, RVA like going through the center. He's just sort of like scouting, I suppose. If you look at his vision. Seeing what's what. He's thinking about that late game. And kind of clash with Granuli here. Not a bad trade. Cleans up all those fighters. Just gonna make him feel pretty good just about having the center here. Be 2 fighters up on his opponent. Don't think we've seen anyone transport drop yet for the holocrons. There's a transport for attack here. Seems to be picking up the ones on his team's side. How many are on this map, man? If they've gotten 4 just from here, and then there's all these like 13 or something. A lot of fighters here. Looks like they're trying to sandwich Jort and Hunter's base. unfortunately pulling back there, but then it's going to catch George straight into Jordan there. Jordan actually, I'm surprised he gets away with one there. That's kind of incredibly lucky, to be honest. Especially with the way that they like walked into Raphael's fighters there. RV is just still patrolling around here. You can see attack, landing, and Kick doing the same. Pick up these holocrons. And Raph away to join them in a moment. RV retreating out of the enemy area. Raphael's trying to mirror him here. Could be landing onto a holocron. And we can sort of see the gameplay. Pretty much everyone here, they're all just playing around the fighters, grabbing up the holocrons. Yeah, I don't really like this part of this map. I think that it kind of wastes the skirmish thing. I like the holocron thing when it's like that arena center, that deserty one. I can't remember what it's called. I always want to call it Korriban, but it's not Korriban. But it's like you can sort of build in the center, and it's a little bit different. People can like start building up in the center and then try and kill off their temples or whatever if they try to do it that way. This one I do kind of like the idea of people being greedy, getting their trade, and the Nova really being from the trade rather than the holocrons. Plus, that's like an open map, like around. You can still rush and stuff like that. And I think that helps account for some of the Civs that get like 33% holocron bonus. Whereas in something like this, they can just be super greedy, grab up a bunch of holos and get so much more Nova than their opponents would. Greenleaf's fighters here, like, trying to clash with RVA again. RVA is waiting for him, he sees him with that century. He even tries to tank stuff here. Like, he's actually just happy to trade away the transport with the worker. Maybe thought he wouldn't lose it. I would probably think I wouldn't lose it there, it would just get low, but does lose it, but it helps him win that trade very comfortably. He's going to be feeling pretty good about that, because then he doesn't have to deal with that for quite some time, really. Plus it limits any shenanigans if they try to 2v1 him. It's going to be more like a 1.5 versus 1 or something like that, so maybe he can be a bit more aggressive. Looks like Raphael's like doing some sort of scouting of his opponents here with his transport once he's done with that. Just seeing what's up. He's managed to get up to tech level 4. So he can cut some corners here. He's never had to make any mech destroyers or anything like that. He's just been able to like hyper focus. And he's got those holos ticking away as well. So up to T4 with quite a lot of fighters here. Gets a fast fighter upgrade, and you can see some of the transport starting to get built. But yeah, you can start going across here, looking to do some damage to the opponent's workers. Problem is, on a map like this, there's nothing your like teammates can really do. You can see everyone's just got like crazy vision, right? So like it's really hard to land. So usually what's nice about like having someone on your team hit T4 first with the air, do some damage, is it lets you, kind of gives you map control, right? Because everyone wants to turtle up and defend. And like your teammates can sort of capitalize on it by getting across and building up like forwards and stuff prematurely, like getting the fortress down and everything. On this one they'll have to go and land unless they were set up to like carve through the trees really early. So it might take some time for your teammates to actually follow up on this. And plus everyone's got air as well, and maybe thinking about getting interceptors and stuff. I don't know if you really get as much out of this as you could want. There's a lot of batteries already up here. They've got a lot of command centers too. They've got garrison space, they've got the ability to build the workers quicker, and then again, there's not really going to be an immediate follow-up from the team, I don't think. A little bit of a drop here from Russia. The speeders, fighters, pretty much just 2 hard counters to the units here. It's not really going to work out too well. I guess his idea was, you know, I'm going to drop these strikes, I'm going to use these mounties to kill off the mech destroyer and that. But it is Rebel Alliance, and attack is, you know, he's playing pretty safe here. He had quite an early fortress with this. He's pretty much ready for anything like that, and he's got crazy vision as well. He's got sentry posts everywhere. Oh, I missed this. You try to drop knights and it got caught. They're like stuck here in this tiny little clearing. They never made it. It's hard to catch everything. So these guys can pretty much just serve as more vision and break up the patrol of any fighters. So the holo down here. And team's thinking about getting their spaceports now. So I would argue you could maybe do this a bit earlier. If people play greedier. And then again, I'd like to see people try to capitalise, scout that out and make some plays, like as a team. And not have every game on Michi be like a 2-hour game, but have that fine balance of some quicker games. RV's got some fast, like he can upgrade his fighters, and yeah, there's a lot of people with air. It's going to be hard for Raphael to always have like a big control group of air if he's always going to be like fighting and trading every time he wants to kill some workers. Nobody looks really ready for like a late game army. Just looking around, everyone's still on that sort of like fighter interceptor format. Which means if you turtled hard against this, you could like really hyper boom. I don't think we've really seen anyone make a play for like the resources in the center. Because if you look around here in the actual center of the map, there's a lot of ore, which is going to be quite valuable on a map like this. Because you can only really buy it, and the prices are going to skyrocket. Everyone will have Nova, you know, everyone will be there to buy the stocks. But the price of those will soon shoot up. So whoever gets on it early as well is going to benefit. And I got 2 civs that can actually like hyper benefit from that if you look at the tank tree. So like Galactic Empire, which RVA's got here, they get the no resource trading fee. So that means even when everything goes down to the very bottom level, they can still sell like food and carbon for like 20 Nova. Trade Federation got market control, which is the same thing. So Russian Blunt has those as well. So they can get like better deals in the end on the ore as well. It's like a map where that can actually be very impactful. And we got Jar, he's got his air online, he's actually getting in here, getting a lot of damage onto Hunter. At the same time, Raphael can maybe go and try and get into his base. He's not got like advanced turrets yet, he's got some batteries, he's got a few A's and stuff. Rap's kind of flying about, he's actually maybe making the wrong call here, going into the advanced turrets. Maybe wishing that he kind of went for Jort here while his air's out here clipping Hunter's workers. And then straight to some interceptors from attack here. And you can see it's kind of stacked against him because he's like the only one doing this, but then everyone's got like air and interceptors. And it maybe feels just a little bit pointless at this point. Got some temples and some transports, so you can kind of expect he's maybe going to follow this up with some masters and try and come and convert some of these turrets. But he's unfortunately like lost his air there. So it's just going to feel a little bit disjointed maybe. He's getting across quite luckily. Fortunately no RVA anymore patrolling the centre. I feel it disjointed in the sense that if he's not got like a standing amount of fighters, when he goes and he like converts a turret, he's got nothing to play off of really. And they do see these because obviously there's sentry posts everywhere. And instantly going to come in, go for those advanced turrets. So be super tilting for a kick here. And it takes a bit of investment to get some units out to deal with these masters. I don't think they should really be like game winning, but it'd be super annoying, right? You're just gonna have to like slam down a fortress, you're gonna get out some bounties, let everyone know, everyone needs to get like a little bit of standing army of like some strike mechs, some bounty hunters, or some troopers or something like that. Or even their own masters just to deal with these guys. See, RB is actually quite on the ball, he's this fortress early. And oof, some drop attempt there. I think from Granuli, it's just been picked up there by attack and RB. And again, they're just seeing everything with the sentry posts, and as I said, it's very hard for the players to land things, right? The Master's not quite invisible yet. Got a lot of Nova to get that so quickly after getting the doing all the air stuff. And another transport looks like it went down here from Rushrin. These guys just trapped. Surprised it's not brought his speeders over. Maybe lost them. Are they getting a lot of those cargo freighters out? Again, everyone's still quite slow to get into the centre and grab up these resources. So I was in comms with Harvey and I kind of mentioned to him like early that you should get a fortress here, just AC into these and start grabbing these up. It took a while to actually do this, even though I think like Raf's air shenanigans have been dead for a while. But I think this is what everyone needs to do a little bit quicker on this map, is get more situated in the centre. And it's really comfy with the air cruisers in GBG compared to like Age of Empires, because this is an Age of Empires map. They have to like attack ground with their like mangonels and bombards or onagers or whatever. Slowly, you know, like one by one carve through until maybe those later upgrades with a little more AoE damage. Big drop here for Punter, and unfortunately, like attacks over here with interceptors and the workers get here, but there's a lot of air here for Jort. And attacks even over here with the interceptors. And it's again, like we said, like everyone's like working quite well together as a team here. Just because they've all got the vision, and it's like attacking like a hornet's nest or something. Anytime you try to land on this, like the enemy side, you know, like all the interceptors pretty much just respond. They all answer the call for aid. Yeah, as I was saying, the ACs can, you know, destroy a lot of trees very quickly and create some nice open space. It'd be super annoying as well, like build like make some walled turrets in the center. Could give you some good control. I say walled because you wouldn't want Raf dropping a master and then convert the turrets. You've got no recourse. You maybe say it's a little bit too much APM, but then again it's Michi, you're not really doing that much, are you? You greed booming. And we're like, what, 44 minutes? Everyone's really greed booming because they still not made any center plays yet. There we go. So there we go. There's a demonstration of the AC and just, you know, how easy this makes things. You grab up all this ore, and it's just going to be absolutely juicy. Because once things open up and they can throw ground units through this, like the center, it's going to be all about making sure your opponents don't get onto your side of the map, because then they can start running through strike mechs and things and get sell with quicker production, overwhelm you with units. This transport, unfortunately, gonna die, is it? It does. Jort making some more air plays here. Raf with some interceptors here though, helping out. And the turrets as well, advanced turrets. All this ore will be nice though. You can get some static defense, loads of shields and stuff. They're just looking for transports or fighters. You can see how everyone's played it, right? They've just gone for the air in the T3, and then they've kind of... Like, Granuli seems to be like he's been ready to go for quite some time, you know, he wants to fight and stuff, but he's like the only one right now who wants to fight on the ground, really. He even had those transports that got gunned down here, which I'm assuming were full of units. Might be wishing he had his own air cruiser right now. It'd be pretty nice for him to have a fort as Gungans and have the fan out with these units. This is like what they got to do in Age of Empires though, right? So you can do it in T3, I think, though. For like 1 artillery. Slowly but surely. And some ACs here from Raf. He's going to start clearing out the path here as well. The Granuli, man, like if he could just get across, he could cause some like huge problems because they ain't ready for this. They ain't ready for all these units. His health on his Mount Destroyers, he's ready to go. What will be tricky is when you come through, it's closed compact spaces, and if people have already got ACs like RVA does here, it's he's stacking up for a lot of damage in that blast radius. So it's difficult. I'd like to probably see more AA on the trade as well. Because there is technically, I would say there's some good opportunity for like interceptors sneaking like around the edges and getting in and killing off like traders and stuff. Kind of the one way you can bypass everything to maybe do some damage. And the other thing, obviously, the Jedi drops if you can get them across, but I'm going to be unlikely at this point, I think. Granuli's pretty much through now. The RV is going to get some advance warning, but you know, quite a tight choke. I think if Granuli brought his own AC, he could pretty much just take whatever path he wanted and give himself a lot more room to spread his units out, build some defenses, shield, static defense. Oh my god, Jort's like just ambushed Raphael's forces here and killed off his 2 air cruisers. Didn't quite catch that in time. Does have these turrets set up though, which means he doesn't lose this area. As he was just trying to get across here, like open this up completely. Hunter's got all these transports, like he's maybe planning to like drop things, but I think it is just so much easier to just carve the paths for the ACs, right? Here comes Granuli. I don't know what Russian Blunt's up to yet. He's just gotten his infrastructure down. He made some plays in T3 that's maybe slowed him down a little bit. Well, he's going straight into the assault next. That's where he doesn't have a trade really set up though. Oh, he does. These don't hold their colour very well, do they? Orange player, by the way. A little light at the front, a headlight, that's it. Oh, so he's pretty much, like how many has he got? It's hard to see. A few. Maybe he can just go pure assault mech. Because you could play greedy, right? Get all your trades set up and then just go pure assault mechs and skip everything else. Pretty good hold though. Speeders as well. Difficult, because then it complicates things, right? You gotta have your anti-air mobiles, maybe build your like AA turrets as you go. A lot of assault mechs here waiting. So I've already got like ACs, assault mechs, just lots of AoE damage to like exploit this choke and just make everything look pretty strong here. Don't know if Kick really wants to be over here because it looks like Hunter's just come spilling into Jort's side here, and he was just kind of playing air, so he's not really got much on the ground yet. Kick definitely needed over here for sure. Not necessarily wrong that he was over here initially, because it's kind of how it goes. Particularly in Age of Empires, they'll just have like one path that they've opened, and everyone's trying to spill through there, but we've got obviously a lot easier means of opening paths for the ACs, so very likely to have multiple from the get-go. It's going to be hard for me to follow everything here. Did I try and throw mounties into this? I don't really like with the crazy choke. Especially if there's assault mechs, their bonus damage, probably going to gun them down very, very quickly. And yeah, quite a task on our hands to keep an eye on everything. So I would suggest for anyone that's fighting like this is to always have like an air cruiser and just be like opening up more space for your army. So more areas to put down shields, more areas to fan out your troops to get a better firing arc, so you can take better trades. Because you can see here that Hunter's actually got quite a lot, but he's limited. And he's got heavy artillery and night destroyers, which trades really well. He's got grenadiers as well, troopers and everything. He just needs to get everything like fanned out. I like to see like an AC like opening up a little bit here, opening up here, just so we can get a wide arc, then get like double shields down, get a great concave. And RVA just taking AC trades as he can here. There are the A-mobiles hitting this one though, it's going down, but it's really softened up these units to be finished off here by the assault mechs. However, he doesn't have a lot of them, and he's fighting two people here. Attack's not really like involved at the moment. He just seems to be running in. Run some mounties now though, this is really going to work out. Since there's a lot of these units killed off maybe. There's a few heavy strike mechs sitting here at the back though, but he's definitely going to finish off these assault mechs. On the other sides, they are trading again. The artillery coming out with AC. Maybe trying to fire on the units. As I said, I'd like to see them open this up so they've got the option of just sidestepping as well when they envelop round. Attacks over here on this side. I don't know what the hell he's doing over here. RVA definitely needs him up here. I think Jar and Kick are okay. Like, Kick's actually got kind of a lot of units just flooding in. Jar's trying to transition out of like just pure air here. Raph's kind of just got interceptors. What ACC over here? Probably doing alright-ish. I like to see attack just full commit here, because they could like, you know, they were pushing this army quite well. Here come the masters from Raphael. It's going to catch them. It's caught them off from the side here as well, so like the ACs have opened up a path so they can get right in range on the side here. The ACs are coming forward to try and shoot them. On the other side of things, it's attacks. Kind of losing on this air because there's a lot of interceptors here from Raph. Didn't quite lose all those assault mechs. The Masters only got a couple. For those ACs kind of pushed them away. Plus I think Raph's micro in his air over here, so maybe he wants them to go back a bit. Here he comes again. He's got a lot that he's built up because he's got all that Holocron Nova, he's got the trade and everything. You should pretty much just expect on a game like this to be seeing Masters and assault mechs built with, you know, 1-to-1 ratios. And the AC is going to be valuable just to attack ground. Even when they go invisible, they'll still take the damage. A lot dying here. I recommend it to RVA here at this point to start building turrets to deal with these Masters, because if they try and come through and get on top of your army after the conversions, it can be quite bad. You don't want them like converting your reinforcements one at a time. Turrets are really good once you've got all the upgrades. He's got a lot of extra ore. It's kind of a good map for it. You'll have a lot of Nova to buy ore as well. I'm curious how well these guys are going to do. Alright-ish. Do need a little bit more on the front line though. I guess they're kind of slow to get to the front line than these Colossals. And again, Raph's kind of trying to help over here on this side, but you know, Hunter's starting to get pushed back now because they're just throwing like pure mech at him. He's trying to build troopers. And I mean, Zan got the best like heavy strikes really with that +9. I don't know if it really matters against troopers so much. They don't get all the health upgrades, so maybe health's a bit more impactful just with the way that troopers work and their, you know, low damage but fast rate of fire. But even still, like they're going to make a lot of heavy strikes just because they can trade into everything a lot better for that extra damage. And Masters again, they're really like chilling this assault mech count out, which has really helped them out here, trying to stabilise. I think it's complicating things for them as well. They got the kind of short path getting their units through here. It's very narrow, and as they get pushed back now even further, it's going to get worse for them. And RV is just, you know, taking anytime they give him like an inch of land here, he's just setting up so much static defense now, right? He's got all these turrets, he's sentry posts everywhere, just getting really, really well set up. Black Sun, a little bit tricky on this one. We do have extra health on the troopers now these days with the stimulants or the stim packs. Upgrade they got added, gives them a bit extra health. What to do versus double amount? They kind of need something on the ground with a bit more health. It's probably just that they need more artillery though. Just some layers. More artillery, maybe more of those colossal gladiator droids. They look a little bit slow to get to the front line one at a time. They just really suck going in one at a time. You need a bunch together maybe. The Grens are really going to trade really nice though. They get really good Grens, Black Sun. And ACs obviously are just invaluable against these big clumps of mech. I think Black Sun's a little bit tricky just because you maybe want to have like a bunch of different units. It's not going to be as brain dead as the mech civs. Because the mech civs are just going to make like 2 units in like an AC. Ton of mech here. This is a hard ask for RV at the moment because attacks kind of just making some mounties and throwing them in, but they kind of die in big clumps while there's bonus damage. Like, there's no way you mounties can do anything. Rebels have got like insanely good grenadiers, which I think would be really helpful in these shields. Just every time these units are tanking, the static defense is tanking damage. The Grens could be hitting like these units for big numbers, especially when they're out of the shields here. And I think Grenadiers should have been the right call. I was telling RV to get attacked and make them. Took a while for him to start building them, I think. It's still with these mounties. You see, the mounties don't do that well. Like, I don't really think like anything's died. ACs, we get some good AC shots here. Still apart. These interceptors are kind of blocking their movement though. And they got pushed back here again because they just didn't have much on the ground for like the Grens to sit behind. They need some sort of meat shield. I don't know if they maybe need the masters just waddling about in front. I mean, New Republic do get like good mech. I don't know if like a handful of mech destroyers is maybe helpful to just fan out the army. But additionally, I think a lot of it's just concave as well. Like when you've got shields down and you've got like a wide arc, Grens can just get a lot of damage out. And I mean, look at these units right now, they're all shooting a building. And they don't really want to give up this area, but they might have to think about setting up a new like defensive position. Because this might get broken. They're quite slow to get the cannons here. Speaking of, I remember when I was watching this, like just before this point, before RV got all these turrets up and stuff, they actually nearly broke them. I don't know if I caught that during here, because I'm bouncing back and forth. And I feel like all Granulian and Russian Blunt actually needed was just some more cannons. Even now, every time they get like some positioning, they never have enough cannons like ticking away with the static defense. Attack trying not to make Grenadiers. He's got mech destroyers, I don't know why. He's rebels, he gets amazing Grenadiers, and they complement the army so well. Like they just trade great at late game in shields. Yeah, that's really nice for them. These guys are actually punching up, taking a lot of damage from the Grens. Yeah, I don't know if these are that bad, but it's like I feel like you need to have like 2 or 3 forts pumping them out or something. I think if you had like 3 or 4 at a time and then Grens behind them, I think maybe they can meet shield. I don't know though, I don't like their movement speed, but that seems to be the big problem with getting them to the front line in time. I guess maybe you just have to make your own mech destroyers as Black Sun. But you just need something in front of those Grenadiers. artillery probably, you know. Look at the Mexican MDs. These turrets got full upgrades now, I think, so they actually do quite a lot of damage. So they're really helping out there. And what they're doing as well, if they're killing these things, it means the assault mechs don't actually have to hit them. Plus they're pop efficient. They're bunching up here. Could be some good AC shots from Hunter and Wrath. The weakness of these armies. Probably not maybe like a big... Yeah, there is a big group of interceptors. Maybe need to just be surging forward in moments like this and trying to hit the... like wipe out the ACs and stuff. He's coming in here. Not a lot of interceptors from Wrath. Probably some turrets built up. Units getting a little bit distracted there. Pretty good trades for Jort though, and he could go for the air cruisers now. Yeah, I'm gonna die pretty quickly. Even with the conversion attempts to slow it. There's some grins from attack here. See, this looks kind of bleak. Like, if there's... need some more cannons. Like, this is your time to just knock down all of this. With just like, you know, 3 to 4 cannons each. So what RVA would need for cannons or, you know, attack is probably masters to go and convert them. And at this point there's nothing to meat shield for the Grens. It's like they can get some good damage and stuff. They'll get like 1 or 2 shots off each in the shields, but you definitely want that meat shield just to let them keep them alive a little bit longer, get more shots off. Then their damage really ramps up. It looks like attacks actually drop some masters here. I can just catch that now. It's going to be super annoying for them here. Maybe make them take the pressure off just a little bit. You can go straight for the trade here. That'd be the real problem for them. They got some turrets walled here, but not much. I wonder if people should actually just full wall down, team wall down, stop masters, when they get more of the hang of the map. These boys are clumped up big for the Grens. Taking some big AoE damage there. Again, it only feels like there's like 1 or 2 cannons at all times shooting them, and I don't feel like RV is even doing anything about the cannons. It's just they're squandering that opportunity to knock all that stick. Like, he's super reliant on these turrets now. Like, he doesn't really have anything. He's got some masters that he's built up, but like all those mechs have gotten trimmed, and he's probably been doing some stuff to fix up his economy. I remember he had food problems at this point. And Jort Kicker really trying to get in here and lock bounty hunters down, limit the effectiveness of those masters. I do wonder if New Republic need to like put something on the ground here. I'm thinking maybe just a handful of mech destroyers just to help tank some shots and stuff from the Grens and the artillery. So the masters are kind of limited, like, because it's just they can just make like 1,000,000 units for everyone you convert, I guess. They're great when there's assault mechs and stuff, but either that or we need to have like a lot more ACs like this so these guys can't encroach like this. I suppose a few of them did get clipped. Maybe need to have a couple more fortresses for New Republic here, just pumping out ACs quicker. Their big limitation I suppose is like the distance that they gotta fly, or slowing them down from getting here and getting the shots off. RB got a few more units out now, but still not a lot for considering he's facing like 2 meching players. I suppose they're all like chasing these masters right now. You can see they converted a couple of spaceports, and a lot of Vilmar Garak looking bounty hunter boys have responded, eating up some population. Look at these turrets, many kills, 19 kills, 18, 12. Kind of with a new feature that they got now. I feel like Russian couldn't really just have a lot of units, but struggling to get them all out there. Coordinated well in the two concaves. And that's a lot of time that they could have just cannoned all this down, I think. That was converted strike mech just shooting all these bounty hunters. That's super annoying. Takes them a while. I don't even think they win that. Unless they walk into like minimum. Oh, there's a lot more. Oh, they will win now. AC's looking for more shots. Some attackers coming in. This looks a lot better for these guys now. Although AC, a lot of these turrets are getting closer and closer. These units are super open to the ACs though. You can see any kills. 12 kills for to each. The fighters coming across, or the interceptors. Maybe a good point for the masters to come forward and convert some stuff. It's not as many as there once was, though. That's actually kind of poor in his Nova. It's got a lot of other res, though. I don't know, would it be so bad if he's not max to have some max here? I don't really think so. I think it kind of helps. We can't afford everything else. I mean, we all kind of like forget that New Republic have like double health mech upgrades. It's kind of crazy. And like no malice in the war center. Pretty strong. RV gotten those assault mechs back online with these ACs. More turrets going forward attack, helping out with some static defense. This first shield generator here. ACs everywhere, but it's hard to go for these ones because of all the turrets around them. It's going to make any trade with your interceptors pretty bad. Kick and jar. Running out of units here just now. Wonder how things are looking. Dirt poor on carbon. Jar kind of popped though. 80 merchants or so. But they got a lot of air and stuff. And resistance. They got those mech health upgrades. They get all the war center upgrades though. Are really starting to carve through here. Because AC, this is a combination of ACs and the assault mechs and all the turrets as well. It's so difficult to push him back and overwhelm him. Even if he loses this army, you've got the turrets, you've got the shields. It's going to take a long time for you to clip it down. And as he goes forward, he'll be grabbing up more and more ore. So let's do 2 piles here. Using the A, maybe it looks like he just went forward and maybe shot some ACs there. A lot of these artillery now. Doesn't look too bad when Hunter's got like all these units out, but it's those times when like they've got less units that it just feels really bad to not have any main shield. The artillery are not too bad right now, because there's so many of them. The Grens are getting some crazy damage down. Such good Grens here for Black Sun. And then the masters right now, they can pretty much play interference and make sure there's, because you maybe want some assault mechs to like clip down these artillery. And they can pretty much just add a further layer by disrupting the firing arcs of these units by making them turn round and shoot a unit that's been converted. But as they overextend a little bit, some AC is going to try and clip them. And we got a lot of mech joining in, the rebel Mexican force here. Some speeders. Trying to be a little bit annoying here with the fortress. And protect their carbon workers here because they're munching into that. They've eaten all the carbon on like their side of the map. But not really seeing much to try and stop RV here. The Russian got a lot of units here at the moment, but there's all these trees are in the way. And RV here with his air cruisers can pretty much make sure that his units have always, you know, got enough space to fan out and take advantage of. There's a big push from Hunter and Raf here. Looks like they finally got the better of that lapse in production. Particularly with Kick, because it seemed like he ran out of carbon. He still had carbon income, but it's not the same as having like a big stockpile to play with. What are these Grens out here though at the front? Just need some shields for these boys. They could be 140 health, these Grens. This would be a much better scenario for Raphael to take advantage of his support units here. The Master's coming forward, grabbing some of these cannons and stuff. And what they're doing is drawing a lot of fire as well. Just need Hunter to move up a little bit more maybe. Get that shield down. It's kind of a race, right? It's like, can they break this side before RV completely breaks this side of attack as well? And attacks actually, he's kind of putting his attention into just like diverting. He's throwing a lot of units, been really annoying here. It's like threatening their trade because he's opened up this path here. And kind of hard for them to take advantage of this path because he's rebels. So if they're trying to put strike mechs through here, you can just use speeders. And RVA's probably got quite a strong, you know, position to hold on his own. They're doing a lot of that all game. And Interceptor's coming forward here, trying to kill off these ACs. Didn't get that last one though. I don't know, Hunter and Raph are really getting through here. But this is such a problem, right? A lot of strike mechs waiting here to stop them coming in. Bounties too, stop any Jedi getting through. That's super annoying. Mounties running around, killing the workers in the farms. A lot of APM to get that sorted. So Mounties getting on top of these assault mechs. Go for the power cores. Trying to destroy the production so that when the units die, they can't get replaced, and then RV can make more ground. So many ACs here. They're really flaunting that like air dominance that the Jorts kind of had for a while. The Rafts actually built a lot of interceptors, but some of them are getting split up there, getting drawn out. Trying to snipe one there, the interceptors get pushing away though, and they're getting pushed back. And that's going to be frustrating for them because they felt like they were getting somewhere, and then they look across and they can see RV is really getting close. A lot of mech here from Russian, trying to hold things off, kills off that shield generator. But this bit's a bit awkward. And then the ACs as well, and RV, he's got more ore. Got that ore pile here. Get this one as well. He's making really good use of it, building up these turrets and stuff, getting all these shields. Jar and Kick lacking in shields. They're trying to get some set up here. And more AC is going to be taking the shots, trying to deter those Jedi from converting things. Gren's getting some really nice shots here, but the ACs, big, killing off those AA mobiles, some huge shots. And you know, they've never really been baking like assault mechs or anything like that. I guess Jar makes like the fighters and stuff, but they have a lot of Nova to play with, you know, to get these big amounts of ACs out. That's a real issue for the like a trooper civ and the Jedi's to be dealing with. The RVA got so many assault mechs now. Crazy trade income. Plus he's got the altered bargains, you know, the no trading fee, so he can buy all that ore cheaper. He can sell his food and carbon cheaper if he needs to. Big shots. This gets super aggressive now. And they could always come forward and, you know, like build more turrets and stuff. Some sentry posts, new shield, power core. And RV kind of looks like he's through. Attack is still like super annoying. He's got the masters now. You don't really need to worry about them being converted too much because, you know, like Wrath's very busy on this side. It's like they don't really have the ability to link up and kill off RV's army here. Attack being super annoying. But this master, look how much stuff he's converted. Fanning the units out. It's a good call from him once RV was really strong to just separate himself off here. And just get behind the enemy lines and be annoying. I'm quite annoyed by the amount of ore RV has, but like he's had like, you know, like 4 extra ore piles here from the centre because he just played around it, and as he's pushed he's picked them up. And then plus he can buy everything like 100 Nova cheaper or something at this point. I think it was like up to 700 ore for the people without the tech, and then I think it was maybe like 600 or so for RVA and Russian if he had that tech as well. And they're going to call it here. RV is pretty much just spilled through this side. Wrath and Hunter looked like they were getting through, and then they just got pushed back in that last moment. And then with everything messing up their trade and stuff, it's really going to have impacting value on their ability to fight this. I think they had a kind of a hard matchup here with all these mechs as well, these ACs now. But yeah, GG, well played to everyone involved. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you like the content, please consider liking the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. If you want to get involved in these games that we play them on foodblade.com. You find a link to that down below. You can get involved in our GBG Discord community where we kind of keep in touch. Give feedback, coaching, share tips and tricks, etc. Just organise games and stuff because there's not like a huge player base. So you find the server Discord invite down below. You find one for Expanding Front server as well. And if you want to support the channel another way, there's a PayPal link down below as well. And see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.